The person you see in the mirror every morning, they don't exist. They have never existed. Not once. Not for a single second. Not anywhere in the real world. And you've spent your entire life falling in love with them. Think about the last photo someone took of you. Not one you posed for. A candid, a tagged photo, a screenshot from a video call. You saw it, and something in you recoiled. That can't be right. Something's wrong with this photo. You felt that your whole life, and you've always blamed the camera, the lighting, the angle. But the camera wasn't lying to you. The camera was the first honest thing you'd seen in years. Your mirror was the one lying. In 1968, a psychologist named Robert Zajonc ran a simple experiment. He showed people the same image, over and over, no context. No explanation, just repetition. And every time, the more they saw it, the more they loved it. Not because it got better, because it got familiar. He called it the mere exposure effect. Here's what that means for you. You've looked in a mirror 50,000 times. You've seen your real face. Almost never. So your brain memorized the wrong one. It built an entire identity around a face that is literally backwards. And when reality showed up in a photo, your brain threw it out. That's not me. It was you. It was the only real version of you that has ever existed. For 99.9% of human history, no one knew what their face looked like. Your ancestor, thousands of years ago, if she wanted to see herself, she walked to a river, knelt down, waited for the wind to stop, and looked at a dark, trembling shadow that barely looked human. That was her only mirror. She didn't obsess over her jawline. She didn't wake up and scan her face for flaws. She hunted, she laughed, she raised children, she lived an entire life without once thinking she needed to look different. Then came 1835, and everything changed. A German chemist named Justus von Liebig discovered he could bond metallic silver directly onto glass. For the first time in history, you could mass-produce a perfectly clear mirror, cheap enough for ordinary homes. Within decades, mirrors were everywhere, every bedroom, every hallway, every shop, and for the first time, billions of people were staring at their own faces, every single day. Industry noticed something immediately. A person who has never clearly seen their own face has no insecurities to sell to, but a person staring at their reflection for the first time, that person can be made to feel lacking. In 1909, a French chemist named Eugene Schuler founded a small hair dye company. You know it today as L'Oreal. By the 1920s, three things arrived together: electric lighting, mass photography, mass mirrors. For the first time, women could see their own faces precisely, and simultaneously, they were shown what a correct face was supposed to look like. The plan was simple: make people see themselves, tell them what perfect looks like, sell them the gap between the two. By 1925, women in America were spending $6 million every single day on beauty products. $6 million per day. In 1925, that number didn't happen by accident. It was the business model. The mirror wasn't just a product. It was a machine, built to manufacture an insecurity that had never existed before. They've been upgrading that machine ever since. The glass mirror was version 1. Your front camera is version 2. Your selfie camera makes your nose look 30% bigger than it actually is. Your face flatter, your ears pushed back. A professional portrait lens would show you something completely different, but that's not what's in your phone. And then the filters activate, automatically, without asking. Software engineers in California quietly reshaping your face before you even see the image. Every layer of the system measures you against a standard and finds you slightly short every time. That's not a bug. That's the product. In 1982, an inventor named John Walter was standing between two mirrors in his bathroom at a 90-degree angle. And he saw something that stopped him. His own face. His actual face. Unreversed. The face that every person who has ever met him has been looking at. He didn't recognize it. After years of work and 85 prototypes, he built the true mirror. Two mirrors at a perfect 90-degree angle that cancel out the reversal. For the first time, you could see what other people actually see when they look at you. When people tried it, many couldn't hold eye contact with their own reflection. Some broke down entirely. One man tried it on Dateline NBC in 1995. He said, "I wanted to say I'm better looking, but I actually look quite hideous." He didn't look hideous. He looked like himself, but himself had become a stranger. Here's what you now know that most people don't. The face in your mirror is backwards. Your camera distorts you and then filters you. The insecurity you feel about how you look, that gap between who you are and who you feel you should be, was designed in a boardroom by people who understood one thing. A person who feels slightly incomplete will spend their whole life buying the cure. The machine is still running. It just moved from your bathroom wall to the screen in your pocket. But now you can see it. And here's the thing about understanding how a system works. It loses its power over you. The next time you flinch at a candid photo, remember, that photo isn't wrong. That photo might be the most honest thing you've ever seen of yourself. Now you have the blueprint. Now you know what the stranger actually is. It's you, the real one, the one everyone else has always seen. You just never got the chance. This is standardization of reality. Subscribe and see the blueprint. But the mirror isn't the only thing in your life built to make you feel like you're not enough. Your alarm clock has the same story. And it starts in a factory in 1787.